Okay, so it's I don't know what time it is. Um, I think devastation time would be the probably best thing to say. What's going on? How could how could an entire province, country, and nation gang up on a woman that they only heard about? That there is no paper trail to me being mean and cruel and angry. Oh, yeah, there might be yelling. But you try looking for your shoe for the fourth time and nobody's supposed to be in the house and you want to be on time for work. You try that. I know that I went to prison, and I know that I was asked every 4 hours while I was freezing in the Palace of Justice. Palais de Justice. Qu'est-ce qu'on dit? Il me donne, c'est quoi le nom de ton ancien chum? What is the name of your ex-boyfriend? Je ne souviens pas. I don't remember. Over and over and over again. They're really only allowed to keep you for 3 days, but I was kept for 5 days. For arson. Arson, yeah, arson. Arson, to make a fire with financial gain for financial gain. Actually, there was only smoke. The Quebecois judge was phenomenal. Only one cop turned up, yet there were 8 in my house. And she asked him a question, and then she stopped him. Je vais vous arrêter maintenant. I'm going to stop you right now. There are 7 pictures. 6 of the pictures are stains of cat urine, which you are claiming to be fire zones. The, what is it? Poubelle. The garbage can is right beside the toilet, and whatever is smoking in it is in the toilet. So actually, Constable, Kimberly did everything right. She even opened the windows. So, Kimberly, what would you like? I'd like to be able to drink again, terraces and stuff. I'd love to be able to drink. Right. Okay. So she sends the Crown and the lawyer off together, and and she looks at me in the most endearing way and say, "Don't worry, dear. It's just a formality." Okay. 7 months later, I'm thrown in the slammer for drinking. I didn't have those conditions, but I was thrown in the slammer for drinking. But really, what bothers me about that whole thing is I just jumped in the car with my elderly boyfriend so I could keep him company. And he was in the room when the judge said, okay, you're allowed to drink. And then the constable went up to him and said, we're arresting your girlfriend because she's in violation of her conditions. He could have stood up right there and said, I was there. She's allowed to drink. We discussed this, and I'm sorry, you're mistaken, Constable. And because he had a PhD, he would have been taken very seriously. No. Instead, I was taken off. But the worst was, I wasn't sent a lawyer, which definitely a doctor could afford. I had to see a legal aid lawyer and tell him that. And then at Bordeaux, I looked in that small little screen again, and there was laughing and guffawing before they could actually regroup. And they said you could go. They didn't say, okay, Kimberly Solomon, case number 174, nothing. You can go. Of course I can go. There were no conditions. They were wrong. But the worst part is my ex-boyfriend never even called to find out which prison I was in and where I was at. And the worst is I was on Guam Boulevard in front of Bordeaux, and I took the metro and bus in my pajamas home to meet him. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Despicable, right? So despicable. So, yep. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you? No. I don't want to die. I want to live so I can change the world and keep this from happening to any other woman or man. Keep some sociopath from entering in their life, brutalizing them, torturing them, humiliating them in front of everybody, and gaining power, strength, basically megalomaniac and narcissist from destroying a loving, kind, good, trilingual woman. So I want to say, be careful. Be careful because they're good. They're real good. Those sociopaths, they'll say and do anything to gain your trust. And then they'll betray you, brutalize you, hurt you. And like his ex-girlfriend who jumped off the roof. She was 42 years old. She was a heart surgeon. She jumped off the 16th floor of the Rock Hill. I read her last letter. And what did it say? It said, "You're a cruel and evil man. You have turned the world against me." And she jumped. So you figure it out. Obviously not enough people are figuring it out. So don't listen to Piss Kiss or whatever. And before I met Ted, he didn't even know about YouTube. You know, they're all my songs, all my playlists. I just wanted to have the opportunity to tell you about why I chose the songs and how important they were and why I learned every word to every song and how they just make me feel happy. But I don't get that opportunity because they've already been exploited, like me. I was also a Speedo poster girl for Canada. So Penthouse and Playboy offered me a lot of money to pose without the bathing suit. Leave it to Ted. He mounted me across Canada naked. Naked. I was in Nova Scotia and this garbage man started dancing the same moves that I did in my naked video. I'd never want to post my man naked. I mean, that's for my eyes only. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that picture? And so people are coming up to me and go, "Oh, is he crazy? Is he sick? Is he sociopathic?" No, it's called drug addiction. It's called drug addiction. And that's what happened to him. It was drug addiction. And I thought I could cure him when I walked in. He'd be with me and he'd just forget about shooting up cocaine. And he did. He hid it from me. He hid it from me. And when he did cocaine, like a lot of other people, it's comorbidity. His sexual addiction kicked in. So he was a comorbid person. Well, not a comorbid person. He had comorbidity, which is a dual addiction. And I didn't. So I cleaned up everything I could. I covered for him. I protected him. I cooked for him. I cleaned for him. I worked for him 6 days a week, no salary. And then what does he do? He leaves me. But not only that, after he leaves me, he keeps this situation going on. He keeps it going on. Spoons, forks, knives, paper clips, you name it, bobby pins, There are just so many things that are just ridiculous. But I do have to say, I was up 10 minute talk. Kibitz and Bix, gotta go. Kibitz and Bix, Kimberly Ann, Ryan Solomon. I'm gonna make it through this, but boy, oh boy, did he work hard to break me. Somebody slept beside for 4 years or more. I'll pray for you, Ted Connolly. I pray for you. I do. I pray for your soul. And, oh, by the way, if I'm awake, start snoring. Ha 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 ha. Start snoring when I'm awake, just to let everybody know. Okay? Good. All right, that's one of the things. I see you. Oh my goodness. Earshot away, what are they saying? And, oh, the stomach thing. I'll rub my tummy round and round. Yep. He told me everything before he told you guys. He talked out of both sides of his mouth, and you guys don't even realize it. And, well, I guess I'm a leader, and so probably is he, and y'all are followers. But you can change that at any moment. You don't have to follow. You can lead too. Kimberly Ann, Ryan Solomon, Kibitz and Bits, Kibitz, Bits, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Have a lovely evening.